Hi, much love. How are you guys? I hope you're all well. How are you doing, guys, after Christmas? I hope you are doing good. I hope you're well, guys. Let's see if it works, and then we have a great chat together with Sarah STARR. Hi.
What's going on?
We don't know.
Oh
So
my
why does it work
gosh.
on my channel?
That was
So
ridiculous.
we have split screen here, but not
Yeah,
on
I
your
don't
channel. Why?
understand. I
I
have
don't
no
understand.
idea. That bothers me.
But we
I
will
have to use
find
my
out.
phone. I'm not even
Use your
kidding. I
phone?
had to switch over to my phone.
Because I
Like,
use my phone too, so
oh, okay. Oh, look, now it's clear. Well, kind of sort of. It's something. We're gonna roll with it. Whatever, TikTok. They don't want us to talk because we got a lot to talk about. Like a lot. Not even gonna lie. 2025 predictions. What I've been looking at, like with astrology, is actually it's really good. I'm not even like it's really, really good. It's all about transformation and expansion within this year. So like there's gonna be a lot of truth that comes out, but it's gonna shock a lot of people. But in a good way.
I see the same.
Yeah. It's gonna be in a really good way, which I'm really excited about. Yeah, with the energy right now, I think more so it's coming to it's going to come to a resting period within the month of January. That's more of like a planning period. What I see, at least with like the planetary alignments and things like that, it's definitely like a planning period. So kind of gentle and mellow when you first go into the first couple of weeks. Man, the more I look at this chart for this year, it's so interesting because we do also have some bigger planetary alignments that are going to last like 20 years. Some of these are going to be for a much extended time, meaning that energy is going to be surrounding us until 2043. And that's going to be whenever Pluto comes out of Aquarius. So we got a while with that, which is good. So the whole time is going to be about transformation, like the whole time, everything. It's going to be like a hard pill to swallow, but that's what we were talking about last time. Pluto entering Aquarius and the transformative collective consciousness that's going to change, and the technological aspects that are going to change during that time, which is what 2025 is kind of about. The technological things that are coming out, the social structures that are going to be brought down. And it's kind of almost at like a month to month kind of pace. Everything's kind of building up. I see healthcare. Healthcare is going to be taken into effect. And we kind of see that with the COVID, like, well, the tribunals have already happened, but bringing it out to the public about the whole COVID situation and everything, that's going to be coming out this year. So we have a lot of structures kind of just that we have to move through, which is the challenge, I guess. The challenge.
I'm very, very, very excited as well. So I see the last days of December. I over and over received the message it's the end of the karmic cycle, and now it's the end. So in the over and over see new moon in Capricorn is very important for this.
Yeah,
that we say goodbye to the karmic cycle bush. And there is a lot coming up. So I also felt it on Christmas. So what is this? So very, very old energies, childhood memories, childhood traumas. Even Christmas Eve felt so strange this time, energetically. Well, there's something in the air. So what is going on?
It's different, doesn't it? It feels different. Not even gonna lie. I had like, usually I'm pretty mellow, and then all of a sudden I had this just a massive download, and it literally took me a couple of days to recoup from all of the information that they were giving me. And there was a sense of urgency, and usually they don't give me that, but there was a sense of urgency when the drone talk started happening, and I'm like, oh shit, okay, okay, what am I gonna do with all this information? Okay, well, I got silenced. I'm not kidding. On TikTok, videos.
Yes, I've heard about it. So they deleted and gave you a strike many times.
Yeah. It's It's annoying. You know, you really try to put out a very serious message. But being blocked by media, I mean, no surprise there. But I see it. I see the blue project that is really coming out. I 100% see it. I think people are really getting misconstrued with the amount of information. Like I said, in the past 2 years, it's going to get confusing. And I see it already now. Everybody seems confused. Everybody seems triggered. And what they were telling me, they just kept saying there's an urgency around this. Now is the time to like blow the whistle, so to speak. And I'm like, okay, well, that means I have to get not the human population prepared, because they're where they're going to be. We'll just say that they're just where they're going to be right now. So it's more of getting the information out to people like you and I and our team and our community, saying, hey, this is what we need to know factually, and not get ahead of ourselves, because we know what the future predictions are going to be. We know when they're going to be coming down. So what type of discernment can we use so we don't freak ourselves out? Or like, I'm worried about people's psyches. Like, I'm not going to lie. I kind of am.
Me too. Yeah. I watched exactly the same. So, and my Arcturian guides always said, stay away from the news, stay away from the news. There's a lot of distraction, stay away from the news. You know, and then I saw, okay, so I have to help my soul sisters and brothers. And you know, and then I did some videos on the so-called drones. You know what I'm talking about? And then, oh gosh, many attacks, and Arcturian guides already warned me to stay away from the news, just stay focused on your work, And then I had this deep wish, oh gosh, I want to help my sisters and brothers. And I know exactly what you're talking about. So I received a similar message, but then the Arcturian said, when you just stay in your power, when you live your purpose here from your intuition, so you shine so much light, so much peace, and this is what the people are searching for. So actually they search for peace, for balance, for love, for homecoming. This feeling you want to come home. And I do see the same for December. There is a lot coming up, I feel. When new moon, Capricorn this time, there is a lot happening, and we close the karmic cycle. And I get the same for January. It feels like we need some rest. So I mean, 2024 was just crazy.
Just wait. I think that's what January is going to be bringing us, is that a little bit of renewal, a little bit of refreshment, kind of, sort of, until everything starts going. But it seems to also, it's just on a day-to-day basis now that everything is coming out, and it can be overwhelming, and the downloads can come in pretty swiftly. Which is why I took some time off. Energy can just be a little too much. So you really have to take like your me time. And this whole year is going to also be about that, because it's stepping into your own independence, which is what we were talking about, which is going to be wonderful. That kind of creates that balance between everything and the collective as a whole. Because we're the majority of us are all in the same exact boat. So when we get to that point, it's like, okay, everybody's going to jump ship and they're going to band together. And I see that, but it's going to be a little shocking, to some people, especially those who are pretty delved in religious aspects. Not saying I don't go into religion, but I can see some shattering things with those people, which is concerning, a little bit concerning. We still love them. However,
yes, of course. Yeah, I do agree. I see when Trump returns, he said official that the US will get away from the WHO. Is this correct? That he cut off the connection? The World Health Organization?
WHO. Yeah.
WHO. I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay.
I did not know.
Not a big deal. But yeah, definitely that's one of the co-conspirators. A lot of them, my goodness, wait till that whistle blows. I mean, I'm excited, but at the same time, yet again, concerned about everybody else's psyche. But yeah, there's going to be a huge transition of breaking off from from different organizations, reforming a lot of social structures. I see a lot of the younger generation starting to like speak out. They're becoming like, they want something new, completely new. They don't want old school, whatever, doing anything. And I honestly don't think they're going to let that happen. Not saying, meaning the younger generation won't let their dream get away of fixing things. I see them really pushing a lot of that and pushing them out, specifically. I mean, that's exciting.
In my country, in Germany, it's the same. Many young people are so aggressive, highly aggressive. You hear more and more about it on the news. They harm each other, hurting each other, because they are hopeless. So they feel the old system is dying and they need guidance. They really need guidance and new inspirations, yeah. But I also feel that the Earth's frequency is strongly rising. But on the other hand, many people still hold on. They hold on. It's so hard. It's so hard for many people going with the flow. So they still hold on the old world, these old ideas, and this is not working anymore. I get the same. Pluto in Aquarius doesn't work. It doesn't work anymore.
No, and there's going to be a huge change with this. Like outdated hierarchies will be falling from now. Well, technically, since November 19th up until March of 2043. So up until that large bulk is going to be changing. The whole collective is going to change. The whole structure is going to change and being reinvented by that time, which is a really good thing. We need that, especially around that time. Once we're past a certain point, there's just going to be assurance, but up until 2030 is kind of what we're more concerned about. Once we get to that marker, it'll pretty much be smooth sailing. Governance will be different. Community will be different. A lot of different innovations. Yet again, technology, Pluto and Aquarius. There we go. That innovation kind of deal. We also have other planetary alignments that are significant this year. So it's not just Pluto and Aquarius. We have Saturn that's going into Pisces. We're going to be moving into that. And then moving back into Aries, we're going to have like creativity going on, spirituality going on, yet again, new structures and frameworks that people haven't considered before. That's going to be brought up. So a lot of compassion, but spiritual growth as we step into the realization that we're not alone. You know what I mean? So that's what I see that. And of course, with Saturn going into like Pisces and then into Aries, this means that there's going to be accountability within certain aspects. And honestly, I think the area they're going to be focusing on the most in 2025 up until, what is it, February 14th of 2026, when it really goes into Aries, they're going to be focusing on healthcare and religion. Like, not even joking. That's what it's going to be the whole year. Healthcare and religion, those have to be brought down first. Those are big things. People need healthcare. They're sick of it. It's ridiculous. I totally understand. I totally get it. Totally get it. It needs reformed. Religion, that's the tough cookie to break.
Oh, yes, of course. Of course, I see the same. I see these two extreme movements. So we have religious people, just Jesus is the way, or Holy Father returns, right? They wait for Jesus Christ return. Yeah. And then we have the other extreme, the New Age. And then these two movements, they are at war with each other. So, and I also get it merges more and more. Like, it's Christ consciousness. So it's not the second coming of Jesus Christ. It is a consciousness. So, and I also get that many religious people, I see the same, they will be disappointed because he will not return.
Yeah. They're looking for a physical, tangible
of course.
Coming down,
Yeah,
no offense to them. No offense to them.
It's the Messiah complex. Yes, of course.
Absolutely. And it's triggering people. Absolutely triggering people like that. I'm going to bring it up. I don't care. What the heck? I'm going to say, I don't watch a lot of TikToks, but she has popped up on my page And how disrespectful and rude. No offense to her. I'm sure she's lovely, but she was triggered, obviously, very triggered by your presence. And that was sad. It was kind of sad seeing somebody like so caught up that they took time out of their day to make a video about somebody they don't even know and did it in a malicious, nefarious factor. That's just all I have to say. It was disappointing to see somebody who was so she was very smart. She knew things. She knew some things, which was wonderful. She was definitely shedding light, but taking down somebody who's a part of the team, I don't really like that. I don't get that. That's not what we're doing, you know? It was wrong. Sorry.
Yes, I was, yeah, to be honest, I was very sad. So a friend showed the video to me because this person blocked my main channel, Akura. I have no chance of watching this video with my main channel. So I always did. Sometimes she plopped up, or sometimes I watched videos of her. This is why I knew actually I can watch her content. So then a friend, meanwhile I was live, I think in German. Meanwhile a friend sent to me this video and said, do you know this person? I think this person is very triggered by you. And then I looked at the picture. Oh my gosh, so I know her. And then I tried to watch the video and then it did not appear. So, and then I searched for her with my main channel. I can't find her. What is going on? And then I logged in with my German channel and then I saw her and I saw her video, Safira, my German channel. And then I left those comments. You know, why are you attacking me? Why do you attack me because I'm bold? You know, I had questions. Why do you put me into the same pot with Bashar? You know, it was sad. Even checking some comments. And then, you know, it showed me where the community stands at the moment. Yeah, and then I saw a comment of her and she said I did fake crying because I was live yesterday on this channel and I was crying and I showed the people this video. And then she just said, yeah, she was fake crying with a smudged smoky eye, smudged makeup, and it's not real, lol. You know, it's not real. She responded, you know, and then I said, okay, I go away. My Arcturian guides already warned me, so now I understand why they have warned me. This is exactly what I was talking about. Yeah. So your guides are always there. They speak to you. And yeah, so I learned a lot from this as well. So I learned a lot. So that I really have to stay away from this negative, you know, talking about the news because they always gave me a strike. So just when I did a live stream on the so-called drones, 20 minutes later, boosh, I had a warning and the next warning, you know, and then they halved my viewers. So yeah.
Girl.
Yeah, it happened. I don't know. It just happened now.
Tasteless, disrespectful. I mean, just period. I don't know. I don't do that type of stuff. I wouldn't think that anybody in the community would do that unless she was far too down in one rabbit hole, got triggered by a word you may have said. It could have been something, I don't know, whatever it was, it's part of whatever she needs to figure out. Which is sad. It makes me sad. I'm like, geez, I thought, I mean, and the other thing is that it's hard being, I guess, in the position that you and I are in and knowing the things that we know and understanding that not everybody understands the thing, like the big picture of what we see. They focus on smaller things that they can control. So if they can control how somebody else sees you, that, you know, that's all the control that they have. But something in your presence absolutely triggered her. I couldn't even watch the whole video. I said, whoa. I don't want this stuff on my feed. Number one, algorithm. The longer you stay, the more you're going to get that. I'm like, no, how rude. I don't know. It's just not normal. It's just not normal, at least where I'm like from, you know, it's not normal. I've never liked it. I know a lot of the people in this room have, you know, felt that way growing up, and it's not a good feeling. And I see her kind of falling in, and I feel bad. I feel bad. She falls into like, she's in a dark hole. Like she went down a rabbit hole. I don't know which one she went down, but she went down one and she's struggling to get out. And I see it. It's going to take her, I'm going to say 3 or 4 months is what I'm seeing. 3 or 4 months. Hopefully sooner. That'd be great. But she got to climb out quick.
Yeah.
Climb out real quick.
Yeah. I mean, she spoke about my bald head, and I speak in a very funky way. It doesn't say that you are an ascended master, you know, and I never worship myself an ascended master, or, you know, or I don't talk funky because, you know, it's not my mother tongue. So
yeah,
German is my mother tongue, and this is how I speak. It's my accent, you know.
No matter what it was, it doesn't matter what it was. It was anything could have been it. You know, if you had red hair, no matter what, it would have been that. If you were wearing a purple shirt that day, guess what? It would have been that. It would have been anything. It was just the fact that your energy, she took time out of her day to do that for you. For some reason, I'm just going to say it very blatantly because I don't play those games. Yeah, let's, I'm going to send her love, and I hope she gets out of that dark hole. Whatever she's in something. She's in something. And I know she knows a lot of information about some deeper, darker things, which is good. We need to shed light on that. But whatever she's in, she's freaked out. For a lighter term, she's a little freaked out. That's so funny. But yeah, not cool. Not cool.
Yes, we see all of your comments as well. Thank you so much. You're so awesome. Yeah, so, you know, I'm a person, I feel and think more in energy and frequency. You know, for me, it's like I see the soul, you know, I see the energy, I see the person, you know, and I'm not attaching so much onto labels. You know what I'm talking about? For me, labels, words, it's like, okay, it gives us a direction here to understand, but, you know, I don't feed my ego with these labels.
Yes.
You know what I mean? For me, it's more like I explain an energy, a frequency, an archetype, however, but it's not depending on the label, my soul. So, you know, I just play with these names and labels. So, and I don't take it so seriously. So maybe that's why. I do not know.
It's TikTok. We're good. Yeah. You know, come on. Everything's fine. Everything is fine. Everybody calm down. Calm down. Dear Lord, don't need any more.
Do you know the battle reminded me a little bit of Ishmael Paris and Elena Danan on YouTube. So it gave me almost the same vibes, to be honest. Like, ooh. It reminds me of Elena Danan and Ishmael Paris. So I don't know if you know them in the comments. Ishmael Paris on YouTube and Elena Danan. So they were in a big spiritual battle too. Last year and 2 years ago,
Wow.
It was sad for me to watch too. So, oh my gosh, what is going on? You know, the same battle.
Stay out. Whatever she's going through, let her go through it. It's okay. She doesn't understand yet. And that it's a process. It's 100% a process. But don't let it ruin your day today. You're way nicer. Because you're not.
To be honest, I was crying and I could not sleep. I was up to 6 a.m., 7 a.m., you know, and then I was thinking about what did I have wrong? So maybe she's correct and I have to learn more. So I was thinking about it a lot. Then I was thinking about maybe I have to leave the spiritual community, you know. Yes, really.
No.
Yeah, because I know so many of my sisters and brothers, they say, I go away from the spiritual community because of these ego battles. It just hurts me. It drains me. This is why I say goodbye to the spiritual community. So I know some, they don't even work with social media anymore because exactly of these ego battles. Yeah.
I see those. And it's weird because they battle each other.
We hurt each other. I don't understand.
I don't know. I'm too nice. I don't like that. Just get that shit away from me.
No, why can't we come together?
Yeah. I'm a pretty nice girl until you fuck with me. I don't like I'm a nice kitty cat. Don't fuck with me. But let's talk about so we were talking about Saturn going into Pisces and Aries this year. Pluto in Aquarius, big one. Saturn going in Pisces, going into Aries, also a big one because it's going to stay there until 2026. So we're going to be playing yet again with compassion, which is good. So the whole year, people are going to start becoming a little bit more compassionate. Hopefully they chill out a little bit, because we have to kind of remain in that balance. But yet again, the healthcare and the religion, which is what triggered her.
Healthcare sounds good. Let's see if Trump is holding his promise. If the USA is leaving the World Health Organization, we will see.
I hope so.
And he also says he's going to save TikTok, he said.
I don't see TikTok going away.
I don't see it. I don't see it.
I don't. I see control and I see money and somebody scrambling for it. And it's like big wigs. But it's like a money... It's like I don't know. It's like a petty battle is what I see. It's like a petty battle with money. And like I don't know. I want to like do this like kind of thing, like a tie. Like that's what I see. I don't think it's going away. It's too big of a moneymaker, way too big of a moneymaker. And not only do everyday citizens rely on it in small businesses, but think about celebrities rely on it. Top CEO companies, corporations rely on it. We all rely on it. It's a big platform, and it's a problem for them.
I do see the same. I also get celebrities and VIPs are being exposed more and more and more. There's coming up. I also get bigger companies. I mean, the most well-known case is STARR, the big fashion company. They have a collection with Abramovich, so with her.
Really?
She has a collection now with Zara. Yes.
Huh.
Yes.
I did not know
I
that.
saw that video on TikTok too, and it's real. It's real. Many people are in shock again. Oh gosh, boycott Zara, boycott Zara. So, but there's still many people holding on her. Why? She's just an artist. What's wrong with you guys? She's a genius. And then I just looked at the advertisement. Oh gosh, I have to turn it off. The energy is so dark, And I see the same. It's so obvious now, the veil is so thin. And I see that people have the chance to see. And it repeats itself over and over and over and over again until the people get it. That's what I see,
Yeah, I definitely... It's just going to be a big transition overall. We also have solar eclipses this year. We have partial lunar eclipses that are happening. Jupiter is going to be in Taurus for the whole, until May 25th. I think it goes into Gemini. So it's like Jupiter is going into Taurus. It'll end, May 24th or 25th, and moving into Gemini. So basically that's like, we're also going to be dealing with groundedness. Groundedness is going to be a part of that. So the whole, up until May, people are going to be a little bit more grounded until it gets more interesting. The themes kind of surrounding that is also like financial reform.
Yes, I see exact the same with money. Yeah.
I see blockchain technology this year. I see, Jupiter going into Taurus, this is about not only financial reform and like blockchain and all that, but I also see like environmental sustainability then. That's what that would mean, environmental sustainability. So I see climate change being a big deal. That's probably where WHO is that's what that is. Okay, that makes sense. But this is going to be, I think it's going to reach kind of like a peak within like more of the final months though. That's what I see. It's like a lingering effect because you have all these other things at play. You know what I mean? And then also another big one that's going to influence, like these are the longer planetary alignments. Everything is like day to day, but these are the big overall pictures. This is what I always look at. So we have Uranus that is going into Taurus, and that's going to be like end of April, like April 26, 2026, I think. And then it's going to move into Gemini, I believe. Going back into Gemini. That's going to shake up a lot of money. That's going to shake up more finances. So yeah, definitely a common factor. Finances, agriculture, that's going to be a part of it. We're already seeing like the health food, aspect being played out. So that makes sense. It's also going to be, about personal security. So something's going to happen where they feel vulnerable enough that they need to secure themselves. But it's not just like an outward source kind of deal. It's also an inward. They have to personally secure themselves because they're going to lose it. You know what I mean? I see that also. Yeah, it's going to be. I see.
Do you get visions on crypto?
I'm not allowed in finances. I'm not allowed in finances. I'm not allowed in religion, and I'm not allowed in politics. Those have always been my, I don't know, since I was born, that was always my thing. I had to stay away from all three of those. But I know cryptocurrency is going to be a big thing. I think blockchain is going to be huge. That's just what
yes, I see this. Yeah.
Yeah. So no matter what, money is going to be handled. It's going to take a while, yet again, till that lasts until 2026. So it's going to be a long process this whole year, And then the solar eclipses that are going to be happening. We have one in April. You'll be able to see it. North America, Central America, South America, I believe. And then we have a second one, and that is in Libra, and I think it's in October, beginning of October, I think. So we have both of those having to like open things up too, and we have some big stuff going on the whole year.
Oh yes, I see the same. I mean, 2025 is 9, and I see the same. It's transformation. Yeah, the snake. I feel the energy of the snake as well. So it's always about climbing back your power, wisdom, climbing back your power and wisdom. And I'm also getting money. It feels like, money. So that we starseeds, it's easier for us manifesting money. I mean, many of us struggle with money, having problems with money. So, or we were afraid of to show up, to shine, speaking our truths, especially because of these ego battles, this is why many starseeds are scared and say, oh gosh, I stay away from social media. I don't speak my truth. Maybe other light worker is bashing me and judging me. So, and I feel we feel this calling. No, we need to speak up anyways. This is exactly what you were talking about. The urgency. Speak. Yeah, I see the same message. Yeah.
I got goosebumps when you said that. So there you go. There you go.
Yeah, because the Arcturians told me the same. So you're always a student and a teacher. So you always have something to say, to speak, even if your voice is shaken. So, and we are really all in this together. So you know a lot about astrology. So, you're very deep in it. So, I see images and visions, and I speak more this way. So when I channel, I see images, pictures, and I receive messages differently, but it's always the same lines when we channel, right? So when we get information, there's always a basic line, and then we can be sure, this must be right, this is correct, because we see and feel the same way. So, and actually we need to push each other with starseeds, lifting us up, and say, hey, come on, you did an incredible job. So, okay, the sound was not okay, but come on, keep going, so show up. So because, many starseeds struggle with a low self-esteem. And this is why it's important helping each other in our remembrance. Come on, do it. Because there's so many people rocking around, they still hold on the old world. So they're still running on cognitive dissonance. So many of us are here showing our light. And this is more the message I'm getting from the Arcturians over and over again. So we have support. So we are very loved. So don't be scared, they over and over say. So we need to think higher. The Arcturians tell me to think higher, right? So even see more the journey, see more, every person is another consciousness level. So they're also talking about frequency and the intention of a person. So what is their intention? So is it love? Is it peace? So what is their intention? When their intention is love, then see love, because we are all in this. So this is over and over the message I'm getting from the Arcturians. And then we can see the higher picture. And then we see, yeah, actually we just need to help each other. So every person has another gift. So they're also talking about sharing your gifts. In 2025, it's easy for you living your gifts easily because you are now in contact with your higher self. And you can't run away. It doesn't work. So many starseeds already feel the shift. They feel it. Yeah, I have to be honest with myself. So when you do a job you hate, you feel it so much in your body. I can't do this job anymore. So I'm just in stress. My body is suffering. No, I have to do a different job. So we can't lie to ourselves anymore. It doesn't work. Yeah, this is the message from the Arcturians over and over again. And they also tell me, show up, guys. So even when you get attacked, show up, because when your intention is love, so we need more love, we need more compassion for the people. This is what many people are searching for. Today, for example, because I asked the background I used in your live stream, right?
Yeah.
That was a picture I took from Heidelberg. So I was in the city Heidelberg in Germany. And I took a photo from the sunset. So it was very magical.
You should have kept it on. It was really pretty.
Yeah, I don't know if it's working. Can I do it? Can I still do it? Oh, yeah, it works.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes, you can. There it is.
This was the sunset, yeah.
That's pretty.
Yeah, Heidelberg.
Those are beautiful colors.
Yeah, it was very magical. That's the river. I was on the bridge and this was the sun, yeah. It was a very beautiful day, yeah. Heidelberg, yeah. It's one of the most high vibrational cities in Germany, really. So every time when I need energy, so when I have to charge my battery, I go there because there's a ley line.
Yeah,
a very powerful ley line is here, yeah. Yeah. So I was...
How far is that from you?
Yeah, I have to take a train, so yeah, 2 hours, circa.
Fun.
I also have other pictures. 1 second, I can show you.
Let's
Maybe
see
you can see. Yeah. Oh,
Ooh,
can you see?
that's beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a very romantic city, you know.
like that on
Many
top.
artists live here. Yeah, and Vincent van Gogh loved the city. You know, the artist Vincent van Gogh. Yeah, he liked it here.
Look at that. I see
Yeah.
why.
Yeah,
Look
and
at that skyline, too.
here, there's the ley line, this side here. Yeah.
You know exactly where it's at. I like that you pinpointed it.
Here, I took a photo. Here's your castle. There's a castle, and here's the ley line.
What?
Here is it. Yeah, it's Heidelberg. Yeah. So, and you know, the energy is light. So, and I can charge my battery here. So it's a city. Yes, of course, in German, a person says Philosophenstadt. This means much philosophy, art, classic, opera, you know, I like it there. It was a beautiful day in Heidelberg, yeah. And I took some photos, you know. Yeah, it's actually almost the same, you know.
Right.
Yeah. So, and also nourish your soul. Because I saw it myself again. So what happens with your energy when you just stay focused on the darkness? When you just check out the news? And I watched it myself. So the more I watched that content, the more it drained my energy, like lush energy. Like there's something, it takes my energy away. So, I felt more and more exhausted. And no, my Arcturian guide said, it's enough. It's enough. Don't watch it anymore. Sandra already told you. Stay away from the news. It's draining your energy. Stay focused on your music. Do light work, light language, motivate your family, and stay away from the news. They over and over told me, and then I watched all these drone videos. You have the same opinion. So, and then I watched myself, what's going with my energy, and it drained me more and more and more. I was confused, sad. I started to cry, and then scrolled through the comments. So, and I was in a bad mood. And then even the dark force attacked me stronger, because I lowered my frequency. And it was very easy for them getting through me again. So, and then I was crying even more. So,
you know what?
It's very important that we stay focused. Yeah.
December, Yeah. So, girl, you've been through it this year. This whole year. Has it not been like too much since January 1st? Like, I'm not even kidding. December 31st, X-class solar flare. That's since that time, my whole world went flipped upside down. Not even joking. Worst year of my life. Most transformative, but I see lighter energies definitely ahead. This year is going to be a little tough for everybody. It's going to be a busy type of year. Solar activity is going to ramp up. That means a lot. That means geomagnetic storms are going to come into play. That also goes with the Pluto and Aquarius kind of deal, because that's more of like disruption to communication issues. That would be that. Internet power outages. That would be that. Also, we have the EMP kind of deal playing at the same exact time. So when I talk about solar activity, people are like, no, that's just a government, pushed EMP. Yes. There's two things, I'm going to say very blatant, two things always going on at the same exact time. It's very planned. So yeah, both. Absolutely. They're going to take advantage. They know what's coming. So they're going to take advantage of that. I think they're going to start testing that soon. I see them testing that soon within this whole year. I do. That's why they're around the substations too. You notice that the drone activity is around the substations. Makes sense. Makes sense that a lot of which these plasma drones, which they also have that technology. Just
Yes,
so everybody knows.
I know. That's why I got attacked so much, because I tried to
Yes.
explain to the people. So they have very advanced technologies.
Yeah.
Even generating plasmoids, or so-called fake angels,
Yeah.
The more I watched that video, the more it drained me. So it really felt like loose energy, There's something coming in and takes energy away from me, more and more. I was tired. I did not drink for real. Then I was shocked. Oh my gosh, I did not drink the whole day, because I was just worried and worried and worried and worried. And I watched that videos, and it felt not good. So my actoring guides always said, stay away from the news. It's enough, Sandra. It's enough. Stay focused on yourself again.
Yeah, that's true. I haven't really reported on it because I have too many violations, but so I can't really talk about it too much on
Yes, I know. Yeah, you explained to me too. So I'm very happy that there are more people feeling the same and they see the same. Yeah.
That's exactly what I saw. Absolutely. It triggered something in me. They said, hey, listen, this is really important because there's so much that's going to come out for people to process in January. That's a processing kind of deal. Like I said, it's going to be gentle and mellow, but there's going to be an influx of information so they're not overwhelmed and overpowered with it. But it's dangerous. This is what they keep telling me. It is dangerous. It's a dangerous situation right now because not only do we have the man-made government ones, not only do we have the reverse engineered alien technology ones that look like alien technology ones and act and also have that type of frequency that messes with everything you're seeing, the cars being, messed with, and the light posts and things. Yeah, we definitely have those. Absolutely. Of course we do. That's what's making the situation serious. Yes, they are bringing down their own drones, of course, to monitor. That's what we do. That's just normal. So, but the ones that they're going to be seeing like a multitude of is they're playing a chess game with each other. The government, the elites, it's not the government. They don't know. They have no idea. They're in for a treat. But that's also going to be coming out in 2025. They're going to get their they're going to get a lot of information.
Do you think Trump will expose this?
Not so much in 2025. It's going to be like a gradual thing is what I see, because we don't want to spark panic. It's a slow pace. A lot of information all at once, but like very vague information so they can kind of connect the dots for themselves. But I do see exposures, and I see it going through other people, not directly through Trump. Like somebody else is going to take on this matter. Somebody's going to do this one. And we're all just kind of going to ease it in as slowly and gently as possible because there's a really complex issue that's going on that we don't want to create a widespread panic, especially with other agendas going on at the same time. How do you maneuver around that tactically? That's the question. That's the question. But there's an urgency around it. Yet again, solar flares, geomagnetic storms, going to really amp up here this whole year, the whole year. Absolutely. Metaphysical level, meaning the energies are going to change the collective consciousness. Spiritual awakenings are going to be happening more this whole year. It's gonna trigger people. So there's going to be some intense shifts that are going to go along with this. Their perceptions completely going to change. Photonic energy that's going to be coming in, that's going to be way more DNA activations. You're going to find yourself having more connections to your psychic abilities, and those who are ready at least to unlock that type of talent. I see this being really heightened, like heightened intuition, especially with information coming out that'll help them connect dots, heightened empathy, trying to create that collective balance yet again, and creative problem solving, because it's going to be main. Here it is on a silver platter. Let's fix it. I see people are going to really need to practice some meditation and grounding the whole year, right? To kind of
year, right? Nature. Yes.
Go to
yes,
nature.
I do see the same. I see the same message I get. Our pineal gland, our third eye is going through a deep shift next year. So we really climb back the ancient wisdom more and more. And we also train our pineal gland to see through deception. So because we sense auras more and frequencies, you see it instantly. So what is the intention of this person? Is it love? Is it jealousy? Or is it hate, destruction? So we see through the layer more and more. We become more and more psychic. I see exact the same, that we receive thoughts, telepathy, or we are in contact with each other, with other star seeds, and we feel their thoughts. So, oh, she was thinking of me. And then you're in contact with her. Yeah, I was really thinking of you. So that we receive our psychic gifts. I see the same.
I'm so excited, though. So excited. Like, I feel like Christmas. My family thinks I'm crazy and I'm manic, but I'm not. I'm just like, whenever you're ready, whenever you're ready. But sometimes they get, at least around Christmas, they were a little upset. And I'm like, I don't know what to tell you. You're not ready. Well, not saying that. I didn't say that to them because that would trigger them. But in my mind, I'm like, oh, no, I'm worried for you, Grandma. No, but I really do. I'm excited. I'm so excited. I feel like it's home. You know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? I don't know. Yeah.
When you stay centered just with yourself, it's home. So also, as I was here in the city Heidelberg, I was sitting there and I watched the sunset. And then, I watched some people and it looks to me, I watch a movie. It's like, this all looks so unreal. So do you have to say it's more like, I think I'm a simulation. It's really a movie I just watch. And you see more neutrality. And this is interesting. It's interesting feeling like you see the people, you see, every person is another consciousness level. It really looks like you watch a movie. And you can't get access to this movie anymore. The old matrix, if you will. And this is changing a lot. So, and I felt, December, beginning of December, it has already started for me that the world is more unreal. So now I watch the movie, and I can't get access to this movie, and you need to stay centered and grounded and strong and understand we are the director of this movie. You know what I'm talking about? We claiming just back our spiritual gifts and understand we are the director. We are the director in this movie.
Yes, and I think people are going to realize that. And it's going to change. The whole collective is going to change. It's very exciting because it's like, finally, it's going to be slow. Like I tell everybody, it's going to be slow. There will be disclosure points. More ET disclosure definitely this year, but it's more of like mainstream acknowledgement. I see that happening this year, kind of making it seem more plausible to people. That's going to be a good thing, but it's not going to be the main focus of 2025. The main focus, yet again, 100% healthcare and religion, finance. That's what this year. ET disclosure a little bit, but they're not ready. We have to really prep them. So yet again, desensitizing. I can see, you know, always two things playing. The drone situation is also playing. We're playing with desensitization, which is also, and you know, that's a positive aspect of that. So there's going to be, especially with more ET disclosure and people being like, oh, okay, that kind of makes sense. Yeah, that's plausible. I could see that. There's going to be discussions more about like humanity's involvement in that, or their interconnectedness to them. They're like, how, who, you know, they're just going to be
we watched the water.
Right. So it's like, that's what I see kind of challenging those religious beliefs. That's what's gonna, I'm worried about. I'm not gonna lie. Religion worries me. People get so angry so quickly. They'll light you up. It's ridiculous. You don't feel very warm around them. You know.
What I'm watching in my country is this more and more become more and more sensitive. We are humans. We need peace in this world. Not more war, because there was a very horrible attempt happening. It was an attack on a Christmas Eve here in Germany in a city. Even Elon Musk was talking about this. Even him, you know, he was involved. So, and he said, yeah, a specific political party is going to save Germany. He makes advertisement for this one. I have not a good feeling. And, you know, more and more people understand, we need each other. We are family. And it was an attack on a Christmas market. So this was, So there were accidents and people died as well. It was a big thing in Germany.
Oh my God.
So, and I see many people are mad. Many people are angry because of the government, politics. But also more and more people becoming aware, we are family, we need to help each other, we need not more war, not more suffering people in this world. And this is what I'm sensing more for the collective, that people understand we are family, we need each other, we are connected. Doesn't matter if you are from Russia, from Ukraine, from Europe, from the USA, so we are all connected. So, and we empaths, we feel the people, you know, we feel the people's pain. So we feel when people do suffer, we can sense it as empaths. So we are connected. We need each other. And this is what I'm getting for the collective. They become more and more sensitive and understand, no, we need peace. We need peace. Not more war, not more war. That's what I'm getting. That's more the process, you know, for the collective I'm getting next, And I see there is big exposure happening. I do see the same. As you say, healthcare, the pokey poke and all this. That's what I'm getting.
That's coming out.
Yeah, it's coming out. And what I'm getting, celebrities and VIPs.
Yes, big time. I am so excited for that because I have been in the entertainment industry with celebrities at parties. I know how these people are. I cannot wait. Like, these people are not who you think they not at all. Not even gonna lie. Some of them are. Some of them are very cool. I like more of the comedians. They're super nice to a certain degree. Some of them. A lot of them are pervy. Not gonna lie. Pretty much all of them. Literally all of them. But I see the entertainment. That's funny that you say that because that's exactly what's going to happen. Political corruptedness, entertainment corruptedness, healthcare corruptedness. That's going to be exposed. I agree. I think those are going to be dominant headlines. Those three factors. Remember, they're still kind of watching a movie. They're being entertained. So that's what we're going to deal with. So it's like high profile, like, scandals. And we're already seeing that beginning. So I'm not super surprised, but it's going to be they're going to undergo a lot of these major restructuring of hidden agendas is what I see. It's going to be revealed, and that's going to bring a lot more people together.
Do you think it?
Generally people think kind of the same, at least in they don't want to hurt each other kind of way. The everyday civilian isn't like, oh, let's go to war. We hate you. Let's go murder random people. How stupid. I can't do it. Like,
do you think the background with the cheering is coming up for the citizens, or do you think it's triggering the people too much? So when they know,
I think it's going to be too much.
It's too much. I see the same.
It's going to be too much.
Too much.
That will come later. They need to back down on a couple of their things, because once you bring the kids into it, I can see it getting very violent on this other timeline. Like I said, I still see these timelines. I can see it absolutely consuming the third dimensional timeline. Consuming it. And I totally get that. And I'm getting goosebumps. So yeah, that's exactly what's going to happen. And it's sad. It hurts my heart so bad. I don't want people to know it, but at the same time, everybody needs to know it. I'm not allowed to talk about the kids. I'm not allowed to.
We never know.
Yeah, I'm not allowed to, but it will come out. Not this year. That's not what's in alignment for this year, but it's coming out.
I see more a stairway. We go the stairway slowly higher for the collective. I mean, there are many podcasts now on YouTube. So these are survivors, for example, by these dark rituals. So, and this is what I'm getting, that more and more people are brave and speak up, that it comes into the awareness. Like, oh, what is going on? Dark rituals with children. So there are more and more podcasts now on YouTube. And they're not being censored. So they're not banned yet, no. Big podcast channels, yeah. Even in German too now, slowly.
Switch. I don't know. I know YouTube's really hard to navigate and get into if you're not. I know how YouTube. It's a little... it's just different. It's a different platform, but I'm glad that they're not being censored there, because that gives a safe space for whistleblowers to come out. That's a safe space. And it seems I see a lot of celebrities also taking on a lot of this information and spreading it themselves. You'll find out who are the trustworthy celebrities, shall I say. They're really they're gonna resonate with it, with all of the disclosure coming out. Mainly, I see a lot of them talking about ET. That would be the ET kind of deal that's going to be coming out. This is what at least I'm seeing. I see a lot of celebrities jumping on board with it. I see them spreading the message quickly. I see a little bit of censorship with celebrities, though. And they kind of feel like they have to be hushed, which is true. That's what happens in media. That's just what happens. They will hush you in a second. Not even kidding. So I do see that, but the more and more all of these celebrities and influencers get this message out, I think the overall blow won't be as harsh. If they hear it from X, Y, and Z, who they trust, that they actually have no idea who they are.
Yes, of course, of course.
Good.
Many starseeds want to know, will it ever end? So is there a big event happening, or many starseeds are getting not impatient, but many starseeds are tired and exhausted, physically too. Like, we did so much work, and many of us are super tired and exhausted. So do you receive a number, a year in which the energy is really very lighter for the people?
2027.
I see the same, yeah.
Yeah.
2027, 2028, I saw the same number, yeah.
Yeah, I'm seeing 2026, like I said, we're going to be going through that really big planetary transition, and towards maybe the end of 2026, there's going to be something, since they already had all this information prior, going in. I see towards the end of it, there's going to be something, and there's going to be something. What is that? It has to do with ETs, is what I see. It has to do with that. At the end of 2026, there's going to be something significant, maybe like a larger sighting that everybody kind of sees. But it's not like I said, it's not full contact. That's not going to be for a while. But between 2027 and 2028, there's going to be a really big transition because we have this big announcement and we have a time frame structure. So it's going to be complicated. It's not going to be mass chaos, which is really good. But there's that deadline. I keep seeing 2030. 2030 is popping in my mind. That's the cutoff. 2030. Yeah. Like big things happening in a positive, shifting way. Yes, 2027, 2028, lighter. Oh, that's good. Okay.
Yeah, you received visions now. That's cool. Yeah, because I see the same. It's 2027, 2028. And I over and over get the next election, the next US election.
I think the next one. I see a pause with the election.
There's something, yeah.
Yeah, I see. There's a pause. There's a pause. And I don't know why. Maybe. Maybe that's just going to stop everything for a second. Like if there's like this mass sighting or whatever it's going to be. I'll know whenever we get closer to that date. They'll show me. But they always like to put blocks up. I'm like, so it's more of like, I see something big happening. It's going to stop things. It's going to stop things. It's going to be different. It's going to be different. It's like a restructuring of everything, but like on a worldwide, like a global level.
I see the same. Yeah, I see a global change.
It's stopped. It's stopped.
Maybe so a different financial system, maybe.
Yes, that would be nice.
Based on quantum. So I over and over see quantum technology.
Yeah, I'm excited for that because that's different. Quantum technology is different from AI. And that's what we were kind of looking for. Where it wasn't a separate entity that could be manipulated in a certain way or manipulates on its own because of certain, and this is how it gets so complicated with AI, because we have this nanite technology within it that is like infested with it, right? Well, once we are going through this photon level, like I said, it's such a dense energy cloud that those particles cannot transmit. So something has to be done between now and then. And that is why we have the quantum computing and the AI. It switches. It's a switch. So it's more of like you use AI, but it's a different form of like what we're thinking. And that's just how, I don't know, that's how higher civilizations are. That's just, what we have. So it's different. It's different. But I see decentralization of like a lot of movements with, that like the blockchain technology, like blockchain peer-to-peer networking. I see it. That's more of like that empowerment within the communities. I don't know.
I also get for next year, many starship feel the calling. They want to meet the soul tribe finally. So where's my soul fam? Yeah. Like now it's time. Now we have time. So we did so much shadow work the last years and now we are ready for each other. We're going to meet us. So we feel this calling. The last years we did so much shadow work and maybe felt it. Oh gosh, I'm so alone. I'm so isolated. I searched for my soul fam. And then, we tried to connect and then we felt, no, I'm too tired. I'm too exhausted. No, I have to do so much inner work. Now I think it's not the right timing meeting each other. And I see next year and the next years, we're going to meet each other because we are ready for each other. Yes. Because I know some starseeds, they tried to build communities before. And, they triggered each other so much in their shadows. They really have problems handling this. Because when starseeds coming together, there's so much light. You see each other on a very deep level, which is familiar, but maybe it's very triggering. So I know some starseed communities in my country, they had to cut off the connection with each other because the trigger was too much. So they even had to close the communities because it did not work. Because the shadows were too much. because and now we did so much shadow work the last years. So, and I feel that, we are ready for each other. So, and I see this 2025, 2026, 2027 that we're coming together.
Yeah. You know what? I think it's because, well, with all the disclosure and then kind of like the origins of like extraterrestrials. I don't even like saying that word. It doesn't feel appropriate. I don't know what to interdimensional beings. I don't even like that. It's weird. But I see that because there's going to be an acknowledgement, and I think that's going to be really encouraging for them. Because they're going to be like, okay, I really wasn't crazy the whole entire time. I do have this connection. You know, I want it. I think that's also going to be a thing. People are going to want it. I do see that. I think it's going to be a good thing. I'm glad that they're going to switch back over. I really hope that they don't trigger each other anymore. I get the triggering.
I saw it so many times. So when Star Seeds came together, so I know some people, they tried to build a community in Germany, you know, and they rented a house. It was a big project and it did not work out. They were just triggering each other. You know, they were just in an argument because so many shadows came up, and then they had to sell the house again. It did not work.
How long were they
many
together?
more, and many more. I know, did not work. And I received the message because, it's the shadows. So we had something like a spiritual awakening again during the sea. A second big spiritual awakening, and now we are aware of our weaknesses, shadows, traumas, triggers, and now we know how to handle them because we spend so much time just with ourselves. That's what I'm getting. And I also get more communities. We come together because, as you say, we help each other in evolving. You know, and at the moment it's social media, you know, we speak to each other on social media. But I think it's not the end. We don't just speak with each other on social media and that's it. That's not what I'm getting.
Yeah, we have to build in person. We have to start building in person, which I think people will start to do. There'll be more like woo-woo conventions is what they call them, which is they're not woo-woo. They're really nice people. But I see a lot of people gravitating more towards there. To get and seek more information. I do see the mainstream kind of getting on board. That could be something. You see, that as me being in the media, this is what I can also see because I know the ins and out of the industry. So I could see like being like guest on like the news channel and giving information, or having military professionals come out and them actually doing it right then and there, and then having community events that have these people at them. So it's not just like public speakers. It's also going to be like I said, the military will come out, you know, the sheriff's office and all of that. It's just going to be a big fest, which is going to be good because it's going to be an education kind of deal, which knowledge is power. But it's more of like, some are going to be resistant to change, which we already see. Of course, there's going to be resistance, but others are going to be embracing more of like a unification because they see that too. And that deep down, that's what they want. So I see now that there's going to be an opening for people to dive into something that they personally feel, you know, passionate about. But they're not able to voice it because they don't want to be judged. I see that opening for them and they're able to speak, and that lightens the energy quite a bit. It's like forcing collective growth almost. It's, you know, in a small, compassionate, equality way. It's kind of like pushing it, but countering a lot of that fear-based technology also. We can break that.
Yes.
The ideologies that surround it. Absolutely.
Yeah. I'm also getting more and more whistleblowers who show up on social media. And this is what I was talking about. It looks to me it's a stairway. So we go the stairway slowly higher, step by step by step. I'm also getting more whistleblowers showing up, as you say, the military or maybe the CIA, that they more and more talk.
All of them.
More and more, even this, you know, the sky here.
Not just America, global. This is going to be a big thing. Huge. Huge. I'm so excited. But you were talking about inner work too, and you're completely right. That's the only way that we can actually reach it, is like confronting a lot of those personal shadows. It's the only way. If you get rid of the trauma and the fears of going against something that you've known, this is what you were taught. This is your limiting belief. To get past that, there's going to have to be some healing modalities that people are going to use. And that's where, yet again, that grounding, the meditation for the whole year 2025, I think plant medicine is going to boom. I think RFK Jr. is going to bring that out, which he already said he was. I think somatic therapy is going to be really big, energy work in general, because people are going to figure out about meridian points and energy point vortexes, because they're going to be opened up to the fact that our technology is primitive and it's based off of something completely different. So we have to rearrange everything. And that's going to become more mainstream. 2025, that's where that healthcare religion, it's fitting. I see the pieces, I see the pieces.
Yeah, I get it too. And I over and over again the Pope, this, that it's getting more and more being exposed here in Germany. So many whistleblowers and professors were talking on this, but many people did not listen. They run on cognitive dissonance. So it's like, oh, it's okay, and I see it comes up more and more. So let's see if Trump is holding his promises. How do you see Trump? So what is his mission, his purpose here on Earth?
His purpose here on Earth is to shed light and to shake things up. That's what he's here for. He's he's this big bad player, and yet again, I've been in the media, I've been around celebrities, I understand how they work and how they think and how they play, especially high rollers. And he's a high roller, and he's been to those parties. Not even kidding. He has been to them. He knows what goes on, but he didn't like them. That wasn't his thing. And he had to keep quiet because he knows the repercussions of coming out about something so big and so deep. And he has connections. He's always had connections. He's part of the Trump family. He knows. So what I see with him being kind of he felt like he had to step into this position. He felt like he had to do it. He was the guy. His ego was the biggest. So guess what? That's who we got. Good. I'm glad. This is what we got to work with. Let's work with him, because he's working with us. He's not sidestepping things. He's gonna take on things that are controversial, but need to be exposed, because that's how you build a good business, from the bottom up. And he's really reestablishing all of that. Not saying like, oh, Trump's my, I idly worship that man, but he knows things. He's seen things. He knows what's not right, what's not going to work. He takes it seriously. I see it, but he's here to shake things up.
Yeah, interesting. Yay. Because I always saw him as a catalyst to helping the people expanding their consciousness. So through Trump, many people know, oh, there is a shadow government, really? And then I heard about it because he was talking about it so many times. Many people believe he's the Antichrist, especially religious people think he is. But I see no. No, for me, it's a consciousness. It's the opposite of Christ consciousness.
Right.
So it's a frequency. It's not just one person.
Exactly. Well said. Well said. It's so true, though. There's so many things. And he's going to back up a lot of these things that are coming out, too. He will be backing it up. He's not going to say much. He's going to let other people handle it because he needs to be perceived in a different way for some other things. So he's delegating tasks to other people. And one of these things, yet again, with the quantum computing and the AI that's going to be coming out, that's going to play a transformative role in everything. It's going to education. We'll just talk about education, healthcare, space Pharisees. AI is going to take a hold of a lot of the things and the mundane things that we do every day and kind of absolutely transform it. Give it 5 years, you wouldn't even recognize the planet anymore. You wouldn't even realize that you would have to do like such silly things, to get by day to day. So it's like ethical dilemmas. Ethical dilemmas. are going to be kind of, it's going to be a debate. I see it being a lot of the headlines, this AI kind of integration, the human AI integration as well. Yet again, two things happening at the same time. So we always have to be careful because it's dangerous. But yeah, I see privacy, consciousness, human AI integration kind of sparks debating. I see debating.
Interesting, because I saw two timelines of the AI as well. How we use the AI, two different ways. Yeah, and I mean the dark timeline is transhuman,
Exactly.
artificial womb center. So it's all robotic, so not human anymore, just robotic. The Armageddon, you know, Matrix.
Yes.
The Matrix movie.
The Matrix is here. Yeah, we see it playing out. I'm excited more for the science because I'm a nerd. So it's like, and I see that, which is awesome. They're talking about photons and, you know, the different space probes and like how it works. Oh my God. It like lights my heart up. I'm like, oh yay, they're talking about it. I don't look stupid. Yeah. Everybody always judges me. Oh, you're blonde. Whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm getting also quantum technology, and as you say, quantum computing, quantum healthcare. So people are becoming more and more aware of frequency, how frequencies are working. Like it's normal for the people, and they know how frequencies are working.
I'm excited.
This is what I'm getting. Yeah, but I feel it takes a while because first people understand we need peace. We are family. It doesn't matter which skin color, which race. So we are all here now on Earth as human. Yes. So this is what I'm getting, the first step. And then I see more and more is coming up, like celebrities, VIPs, the dark stories with the children. So more and more and more. And I see it comes in waves, you know, waves. I see always a wave, and the next wave hits, and the next wave hits. And these are always information and awakening shifts. That's what I'm getting over and over again.
I'm also seeing, like, yet again, this environmental change. That would be Pluto into Aquarius. The environmental changes. A lot to do with the solar activity and geomagnetic activity that people don't really correlate. But that's going to bring a lot of, like, climate. It's going to be climate changes. There's going to be a lot of global events that are going to happen with, of course, weather modification as well, because two things play at the same time. So it amplifies it and it creates that other, it's just right there, you know, just right in your face. It's just so complex that it's just complex. It's so complex. But I think a lot of these newer technologies that they're going to bring out and talk about here in this new coming year, renewable energy is going to be a really big thing. It's going to be big. We'll get into the 0 point free energy later down the road, but they're going to be talking about renewable energy sources first, and like ecological, like restorations, because it's going to be out of control with these global, like, climate crises. And that's what we're seeing with the weather going on right now. And it's just overpowering with these pole shifts. And, you know, we're literally shifting into Russia right now, you know,
of course.
I see a lot of the energy pouring in over areas that usually it's not in. I keep getting that vision of that geomagnetic storm, cannot shake it. It was so real. It was beautiful. I loved it. It felt good. I'm waiting for that. But
what is the English translation for hydrogen? Do I spell it right? One second. I have to listen 1 second. Water. You know that the cars are based on water. What is the English translation for this? Hydro? Or hydro? Hydrogen? 1 second.
Noteworthy says hydro.
Hydro? It's called hydro, really?
Hydro,
because
like
here,
technology?
Because here in Heidelberg, there are some buses driving here based on hydro. They use hydro. Yeah, here in Heidelberg, in Germany. So I couldn't believe my eyes, really. No electronic cars, you know, like Elon Musk. No, based on hydro. There are some buses driving here.
Come
In
on now.
Heidelberg. I'm not kidding.
Whichever gets us there quickest, I'm cool with it.
Yeah.
We have
Yeah.
water on the planet. We have a lot of water on the planet, not just on the surface, just no matter what. But yeah, I see environmental changes. I do. I see that happening quite a bit. Like the whole year. It's going to be different. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be month to month. Absolutely month to month. I already had all of these things laid out for my
Yeah,
month.
that's what I'm getting too. Cars based on hydro, for example. I mean, step by step by step by step.
I saw a commercial for a flying drone car. Like,
Oh,
I thought, I was like, is this a joke? But I looked it up and it was real. And it looked like a jet, and it had four, propellers on each one, and they were driving. I'm like, interesting. How interesting. There's so many weird things that are coming out. And then I'm like, is this part of a Mandela effect? Because we're timeline shifting so much. Is this like here in one reality, but actually not here in the new reality that I went to? Was that a commercial from something else? It's interesting.
yeah, I see you receive many visions too. So just get pictures, pictures,
Yeah.
images, and then start to translate the images. Yeah.
I get a lot of words. They always throw me words, like too many words all at one time. And I'm like, whoa, wait.
Wait, we still have a body. I need to calm down. Please.
Yes.
I need to rest. I'm sorry.
And that's
Cool.
why, it knocked me on I'm not even kidding. It knocked me out 3 days. I was done. I didn't know what was going on with me. It was like we weren't having any activity with the sun, the energy shifts. We didn't have any like big planetary alignments, but I know that they're messing with the frequencies, I know that they're playing with them right now. So I do see energetic changes that can affect people who are sensitive. But also it's mind control technology. So we have to also infiltrate that too. We got to break that down. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I want to go by the month to month. Do you care if I do this? I want to go like, so and the viewers know, like month to month what the energy is going to be like. Because I was so excited. Like we were talking about January. January being more of like gentle, mellow, kind of reflection type energy that's going to be going on. So it's about setting intentions for the whole year, slow pace. Like those New Year's resolutions we're not going to work on. So it's like you need to be stable to be able to focus here in the next coming.
Yes, I do see the same message. Stay just focused on yourself, stay focused on your purpose, and stay focused on what you want to do, So when your deepest wish is seeing happy people, so make people smile. So when you want to see more love in the world, treat people with kindness. So be the change you want to see. It starts with this, that we really anchor this consciousness, this mindset, and that we really embody it. So this is 5D, my opinion. That we really work from our intuition, from our hearts, and that we are the change, the best as possible. So, and I over received the message from my Arcturian guide. So just stay focused on yourself, stay focused on your purpose, stay focused on your intuition, stay away from the news, stay away from the news. There is so much distraction, so it just confuses you.
It's true.
And people need more love, they need more hope, Many starseeds, they need guidance, motivational speeches. So come on, it's time. You feel the calling, speak the truth. Don't be scared. Show up. So we are all learning.
Yeah, it's going to be a learning process. The second wave of spiritual awakenings is going to happen during this year. We already had a big one, 2019, 2020. Here's the second one. They're going to rely on us to give them a lot of the information and also reassure them that they're not going crazy, that there's things that they can do to help them along with the process, and that they actually do have a community that's going to help them and want to help them, So it's like, it's going to be interesting energy, mellow energy at the beginning. February is going to be more about seeking connections, finding your community, like-minded individuals. So I think people are going to gravitate towards people who are thinking the same way that they're thinking because they're sick of the mundane, everyday life. They need somebody to talk to these things about. March is more about, let's see, March is, okay, something's happening in March because there's going to be challenges and adjustments. So something's happening in March. January, February, we're going to be cool, stable. March, something is happening in March. It's going to test patience and adapting abilities to this. So
I'm getting the message. We are anchoring. I saw a tree that we are anchoring our purpose down. So, and I feel this is the job the first 3 months, that we really anchoring our divine purpose into our physical vessel. We really know who we are, that we really know, hey, my work is needed. So I'm allowed to speak my truth. So this is the message I'm getting for the first 3 months of the year.
Yeah, definitely a realignment.
Yes.
Absolutely a realignment. And then when we go more through like spring, April's more about like those breakthroughs because you're like breaking through a lot of like these illusions, like more of stepping into that leadership of yourself and for others. So that makes sense. Because we have the solar eclipse in Aries then. So that's triggering a lot of those breakthroughs. Duh. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. And then when we get past that, we have Jupiter that'll be in the final stretch of Taurus. So around May, that's going to be more about, that's when the opportunities for finance are going to happen. May is the finance beginning. That's what's going to happen. That's also going to be when like environmental things are going to come out. So May is going to be about that, refocusing and building something of long-term value. So that makes more sense as we go into the new year. Hey, that lines up though with all of those alignments. I love astrology.
Interesting, because I saw a picture of the cryptocurrency. There's something happening. It's a big deal. Yeah, I see. But Bitcoin, yeah, maybe around May, June. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, that makes sense. That's exactly when May comes in. Let's see, June is like mid-year energy. So that's bringing more of like that balance, but balance with like an action behind it. You know what I mean? So I also see that's also kind of like a reset. It's kind of be like a reset, but I think it's more of like a reset within like individuals more so, maybe like a self-care kind of deal because too much information came out at one time. So May, something big's going to happen in May and they're going to have to reevaluate and like kind of assess themselves here in June. That would make sense. The balance and healing, because we have so many things. July, that's all about global movements again. So justice, transparency, change. The energy around that time is going to be really fiery, but determined because they're going to want this change. Oh, I'm so excited.
It's very exciting. I mean, the year stands for transformation and wisdom.
I see it. I see it. Like month to month, this is so interesting. August, talking about, that's when the cosmos kind of slows down during the month of August. So it's that deeper reflection. Usually August kind of energy gives us that. Usually like self-discovery. I don't know. People like August. It's like very opening energy. So yet again, that's that Leo energy that's confronting a lot of the fears that they're going to have. This is kind of aligning with those higher truths of what they're sick of with the transparency. So they're stepping into that Leo energy, going into more of like the fall and then going into 2026. September, that's Virgo energy. So that's vision and like innovating things and kind of trying to perfect it, but it's not going to be solid. It's not going to be solid at all. It's more of like implementing changes.
Can I ask you a question? Do you see something like a pandemic again next year?
I see.
Or that they try to push fear again next year?
Yeah.
It's in winter again, 2025, because I saw a picture.
I don't see medical though. It's not going to be in a medical way. It's going to be something else.
Yeah, but it's not working. It's not working.
I don't see the medical. It's going to be something else. It's going to be something else. And yet again, I think it's going to be more 2026 that they're going to start pushing. 2025 to 2026. There's going to be a push. There's going to be something bigger that happens. And it's not, like I said, I don't see medical happening. And if they do something medical, it's going to be like a last ditch effort, and it's not gonna stick on.
It's not going to work.
No,
It's not going to work.
WHO. So I don't see that working. I truly don't. I don't think it's going to be like that. It's going to be about more of futuristic thinking. Futuristic thinking. So it's like they're overstepping the information that is not. It's going to be a lot of change. We'll just say it's going to be a lot of change, and it's going to be a progress, but it's going to be in a good way. It's going to be in a really good way. And a lot of harmony and like compromise and collaboration is going to come out of that towards like the end of fall going into it, because there's solid, like stable ground finally. And that's pushing those breakthroughs and kind of like pushing everybody to build a new community, because everybody's going to start falling in line with each other. And like, there's an emphasis of like partnership within everybody, because we all want this realistic change. That's where that shadow work comes in though. So if they don't meet like a certain mark, they can enter in the next wave, but they're going to be, behind. They're going to be behind. But we're going to see this new wave, and we really have to help them push through this whole year. Because they're going to be confused. They're going to be really confused, and we don't want to like scare them with all the information. It's more of like baby spoon feed them. We love you. Everything's okay. kind of deal.
Yes, I know, because we want to come out with their information. So we see, we want to happen it faster. So many starseeds are disappointed because they say it's so slow. So I want to see it now. I want to see the big disclosure now. It's happening too slow. Yeah, I know, but we need to see the process of the people. I mean, there's still countries that are at war with each other because they believe their God is better to their God. And they're still having war, or which women have much less rights to men. There are still countries,
I agree. I absolutely agree. It's like all these outdated structures are going to fall. They're going to demand. They're going to demand a lot of releases of things. And I think this is going to be on the political side, and the celebrities are going to really help with this, like the more helpful ones, But it's November to December. It's going to be like a month of big change. It's going to be a month of like endings and beginnings, because they're sick of it. It's going to take a whole year for everybody to be like sick and tired of all of the BS. It's going to influence a lot of the stronger growth, a lot of these demands to release this kind of stuff, and that community building, which is going to, really take over everything. There's going to be so many things that go on. December, yet again, that's going to be the higher awareness. We're completing that cycle, so it's going to be set in stone. That's why this year is going to be so important. We need to change their mind frame this year to be able to set that for 2026, 2027, because that's when we're going to have something really big happen. They have to be okay. Mentally, they have to be okay, because we're going to reinvent the future here soon. So
amazing. Sounds chaotic, but also lighter. I get the same message. It's lighter. 2025 is going to be lighter, but I also see money. Yeah. So manifesting money easier for us, light workers and starseeds. I see this,
Nice.
Especially when you stay center and just hold on your purpose, on your mission. Yes, we are going to manifest money easier, I see. But also inflation grows. That's the negative, I feel.
See, I'm not really super loud in finance, like I said, but there's going to be a change. It is going to go up before it's going to go down. It already kind of is in a sort of way. We're reaching a critical point, or at least in America, that people are just not okay with it, because you're working paycheck to paycheck, literally working paycheck to paycheck, still going in debt. That's the majority of America. Unfortunately, the middle class, they're trying to really shut out. And the middle class is saying, no, absolutely not. So it's going to be a really big transformation. Very excited about it. It's going to shake some people up. Religious people, we got to watch out for. Not saying that we hate them or anything, more like we need to baby them because they're going to have some of the hardest times. And it's really going to crumble a lot of people when they realize that Jesus isn't coming down on a cloud of rainbows.
It's a consciousness. I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
It's
Amazing.
like a weird. It's going to be interesting, 2025, but I see it. All the planetary alignments line up exactly. Just, at least for me, I find it fascinating that every time I look at these planetary alignments and the cosmic energy that surrounds it, and then the influx of the solar energy and the collective consciousness and all that stupid stuff, expanding. Like, I find it so fascinating because it does line up perfectly. And I find that it's easier to navigate your day to day if at least you know what you're expected, what's going to be expected during that day. Say, the moon was void. So, a lot of emotions, wrap up here, which, it's a real thing. It's a real thing. But I see it all lining up. And it's funny because you see the same thing.
We have similar visions. Yes, that's cool. That's very cool. It is so much fun chatting with you, sister. So do you have a tip for all the star seeds? How to navigate the energies in 2025? Do you have a tip?
Number one, you need to stay grounded. Absolutely, stay as grounded as you can.
Yeah.
Definitely step into your meditation because they're going to try to connect with you that way. So if you want connection with your galactic family, this is going to be crucial. You need to be stable. You need to be grounded. You need to have this gratitude. You need to do your shadow work. There are steps that you have to take if you want this type of contact. Not even joking, like this is just how it works. Because they're just not going to introduce themselves to somebody who's like, hey, appear to me because I'm thinking about it. No, they need to genuinely know that you're going to be okay with the next step that's going to happen. So if you're doing, your work, you're doing it fine, you can absolutely have this contact. So I see a lot of us wanting that as well because we're connected to them. For such a long time, you hear them. You're driven in a sort of way. So they're trying to connect with you, but stability, groundedness, meditate so you're ready and prepared for what's coming next.
Yes.
That's all 2025.
Yeah, I get the same grounding. Then I over and over get our pineal gland that we just get back our psychic gifts slowly. Or you try to practice telekinesis. So let's see what's happening. Maybe you can move objects and you just stare at them. We had amazing psychic gifts. So we still remember. And I feel also slowly it comes in and the actions over and over tell me, stay focused on your mission. Stay focused on what you want to increase. So is it love? Is it compassion? Is it peace? So what is your purpose? So what is your mission? And it clear now, they say. So you can't lie to yourself any longer.
Right.
Impossible. And even if you try to manifest it the old ways, doesn't work. Just chaos. Nothing works out, just chaos. Doesn't work. When you go with the no energies, you need to go with your heart, with your intuition, the actions tell me. So otherwise it's just chaos. Nothing works.
True. That's true. Yeah, don't be worried if you trigger some people. It's okay. Just send them your love because they need it.
Of course. Yeah, and we are all in this. So the Arcturians also talk about humility, like we are always students and teachers. Always we are.
That's the whole point. Yeah, the whole point of I'll get into like actually that's on my agenda is explaining that more of a scientific level because some people need like scientific proof. So I'm gonna give it to them of like how consciousness works and why you're actually here and what the purpose is of evolution and God consciousness, as we say. I think that's going to help them.
Yes, you do an incredible job. So I'm learning so much by you too. So you have a great gift. I have a great gift. You have a great gift as well. To all the people here in the chat. Yeah, yes.
It's exciting.
Yeah, we just help and support each other. Yeah. It was so much fun chatting with you. I think it's 2 hours now. We are online. Almost.
Yeah,
Almost.
But we're good.
It's already 11 p.m.
Girl, go to bed.
No, I can't sleep at the moment. Doesn't work.
You're up. Okay. Go outside.
Go outside in the night. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe.
No?
Maybe I will. I do not know.
I always go outside at night. I'm so weird. I'm like, la la la, I'm gonna walk. Like
in the night. I mean, the energy is great in the night. So you receive many ideas, visions. So our cosmic team communicates us many times in the night or at the evening time. I was noticing. So my team does a lot.
I'm excited. You're awesome.
You're awesome. Thank you. I wish you much love and much power, and thank you so much for all what you do. It was a big honor having you here on my channel too.
Yes, I love talking to you. Of course.
Yes, of course. Yeah, we can do it again.
Yeah, much love, of course. So many things that are going on. I'm glad that you see the same things too. It's important that we're on the same page. So the right information is being pushed instead of something that may be a little bit exaggerated. Because there's a sense of urgency.
Yes,
like
I see the same. Thank you so much, sister. It was a lot of fun speaking to you. You are so great, guys. Thank you so much for all the people here. You are awesome. Take care and have a happy new year.
See you guys later. See ya.
See you. Goodbye. Ciao, ciao.